This is the color Platinum Shadow on Envy's Eve. I'm under my porch. It's a bright blonde on this darker root. This little mama bird, her nest is right here above me. She wants me to get away from her babies. Okay, mama. Hi everybody, my name is Alicia. I'm a part of a great team at TL Wigs. TL Wigs is an online wig retailer owned by Tracy Laird. Now I'm going to drop a link in my description that'll take you straight over to the TL Wigs website so that you can look at this piece that I'm showing us today. This is Envy's Eve in the color Platinum Shadow. Now I'm going to tell you that I'm going to go ahead and drop a link too over to the TL Wigs private Facebook group. It's called TL Wigs Support, Inspiration, and Education. We just get over there and talk about hair. We just talk about everything, especially if you're new to wigs. If you would join that group, there's just a lot of good positive information and help for new wig wearers on that group. Okay, everybody, I want to show you Eve by Envy. So I want to tell you a few things about Eve. Now, I made a little video of out of the box of what Eve looked like when she came straight out of the box. And I'm going to add it to the end of this video. And that's because I have worked on this piece to make her suit me better. And you'll see when you watch that little clip that Eve was a bit of a face flopper when I got her straight out of the box. And I moved her part over just a little bit to suit the shape of my face better. You know, what I think suits me better. So I'm going to show you when she first came out of the box, it was just barely over here. I barely moved it over just a little bit. But then I just picked this hair up, put a little water on it, and hit it with my blow dryer to keep those fibers out of my face. Now, I made a whole video on how to, where I show you step by step, and it's so easy, how to train these synthetic fibers. That's what Eve is. She's regular synthetic. How to train these fibers out of our face. And I'll drop a link for that so you can go and watch that video. It is super easy, you guys. So let me show you. This was one of the easiest ones that I ever had to work on. Sometimes I've had to hit it with my blow dryer 2, 3, 4 times, before I could get that hair to train off of my face. I did this one time. And to my surprise, this is how it came out. So for whatever reason, this one was really easy to work with to get the fibers to train out of my face. So you can see that Eve is just a sleek, low density, and let me hit on that, please. This is probably the lowest density piece that I've ever had. Now, I've only been wearing wigs for 1.5 years, so of course I haven't tried every single thing out there, but I've tried a few. This is the lowest density piece that I've ever tried. If you're that lady that's looking for something very, very realistic, especially if you haven't had hair for a long time or your hair was really thinning and you want to try something that doesn't have a whole lot of hair on it, this is a great one. And this is right up my alley. The truth is, in my daily life, this is what I look for, is the lowest density pieces that I can find. Now, I like to be all glammed up just like everybody else sometimes. But for my daily life, this is what suits me. Okay, so Eve has these little layers all the way down. You can really barely see them. It's just little fine layers. I think they start at 2.75 inches, and it just, comes on down till it's layered right here at this little bob style cut. Now I want to show you this lace front. This Platinum Shadow, it is a cool, it's platinum. It's a bright color, a cool color. These roots are just really good on this particular piece. To have a darker root right here up against all of this platinum colored hair, I think this is done really well with these knots. If you thought these knots looked a little too dark, all you have to do is just put a little face powder on there, and that'll lessen the look of those dark knots. But this one in particular is done really, really well. Okay, my coverage is great. I do want to tell you this one thing. This is an average cap, and it is fitting me wonderful, and the cap is very, very comfortable. But I'm having a little bit of trouble getting the lace to lay down right here at the edges. This is where the lace stops, and this is where I'm having trouble getting it to lay down. It's not terrible, but it just, you know, most of them, they'll just grip to your forehead. So I notice it when it just lifts a little. All I'm going to do is take my roll-on body adhesive, my It Stays, and I'll just put a little on my forehead and then just press it down right here, and that will hold it there. I'm going to do that anyway to secure this wig to my head, so it is not a big deal at all. But I just wanted to mention that. And the fact is, it may just be a little loose because, you know, this might be better suited to average, large head size. I have a 22-inch circumference. I'm 8 inches from here to here. My measurements are pretty much average all the way around. Now, I'll go ahead and list all of my measurements in my description so you can check them against yours. It is nothing to be alarmed about. But I just like to tell you every single little thing that I see. My coverage is great. Now, I already showed the inside of the cap at that video at the end. But I do just want to tell you that this is one of those really soft caps. This is one of those caps that's made for all day wear. You're not going to wear this for 2 hours and feel like, oh, I need to get that off my head. You're going to be able to wear this cap the whole entire day, and it will still be comfortable. I know because I've had these Envy caps before that fit just like this one, and they're wonderful for all day wear. But these ear tabs are real soft. Now, what I'm going to do is take my Walker's double-sided tape, and I'm just going to put a little piece of it right here on the inside of this ear tab, and then I will just secure it to my head. Because these don't have a real strong metal stay in it on this particular cap, you know, these can lift up kind of easy because they're real soft, which is great for comfort. But if you are worried about it and you want it to stay secure to the side of your head, just use some of this. I will drop a link for all things that I'm showing you down in my description to make it real easy on you to go and look at that stuff, okay? All right. I think about the last thing I wanted to talk about was, you know, when Eve came out of the box, she was sleek and straight, and she just looked perfect. The hair was perfect. And I've been thinking about this just lately to make sure and say this is, you know, we don't want our wigs, pardon me, we don't want our wigs looking perfect all the time. You know, that can be like a dead giveaway that we're wearing a wig. You want to mess it up a little bit. You know, if you'll look at all the people out in the world, their hair, well, most of them anyway, is not perfect. You know, they'll have a little flyaway here, and, you know, if the wind blows, their hair moves and gets a little messy. You know what I mean. It's just best for it to not look completely perfect. So I'm just going to take a little of this wig wax because this is a sleek style. It's going to automatically just want to be sleek. But if you'll just put a little texture in here with this wig wax, this is a Tress Tech wig wax, and I'll drop the link for that too. Or you could use some dry shampoo to just get in there and just give it a little texture. It dries in just a second. Just mess it up a little bit. You know, tuck it behind your ears. This one's great for tucking behind the ears. Just mess it up a little bit. Fix it however you want to fix it. Of course, you can pull it up off your face. That color is pretty. But I just wanted to say that, you know, mess them up just a little bit. You don't have to wear it like it comes straight out of the box. I can feel that I even have a little extra room in the back of this cap. So if you have larger measurements than me, like I said, I'm very average, I think you'll be just fine with this Eve, this Envy Eve. This is a darling little piece. I'm keeping this piece because this is right up my alley. I want to thank Tracy at TL Wigs, since I said that, for sending me this piece so that I could show it to all of y'all. Tracy, thank you so much. It's adorable. I'm going to drop links for everything, you guys, okay? Everybody, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching my videos, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Let's take an inside look at the cap of Envy's Eve in the color Platinum Shadow. She has that double lace right there that goes temple to temple. I only know that that's for an extra look of realism. Left mono part with this little seam, the softest ear tab, and it's got a little metal stay in there, but it's not real strong. A non-extended nape with our Velcro adjusters, and then she's open wefted. I feel no permatease. So she's very low density. Let's give her a shake and see what she looks like. Okay. Oh, it's a great fit for my average head. Okay. There's the out of the box.